Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Puppet Master FPV. We're just going to do a quick review on the Blade anductrixPro here from Horizon Hobby. We got the camera cover off. We got Rake and Heli tri-blade props that are my preference. I think these are a better prop. The 4-blade stock props are fine, but these will give you a little longer battery life. It's a little faster of a fly and more punch out, I think. So I really prefer them. I'm able to do some pretty advanced maneuvers in this guy with these props and the upgraded 19,000 kV motors that come stock. This is basically, in my opinion, the ultimate whoop. It's your 1x, 0 upgrades, perfect whoop. You're not going to have to do anything to this. If you want to, you have that ability. Look here on the bottom, you can see right behind the battery plastic cover, there's your micro USB port that will plug you into Betaflight. It is Betaflight programmable. It is also already pre-Betaflight programmed and nearly perfectly tuned as far as I'm concerned. Right out of the box, you're going to have to set up your DX, or not DX, whatever radio you have that's Spectrum based, because this is a Spectrum product, a Blade product. So they're going to tell you in the instructions to set it up as an acro, and I did. You can set it up as a multi-rotor if you have multi-rotor functionality in your radio. You just go ahead and do that. It'll be a little less confusing, and you might have to reverse less channels. But you will still have to go in and, as I will show you, you're going to adjust your travel settings. Your aileron, elevon, and rudder to 148, both on the up and the low end, the left or the right, whatever, up and down. 148 over 100 for both aileron, elevon, rudder. Leave the gear in auxiliary 1 at 100, and I also left the throttle at 100. But that allows you to get for it to fly correctly. If you leave them at 100, it still might fly, but it's not going to fly very well because you're not getting the maximum throw on your sticks. So that's an important thing to do. Another thing is that there's a little misconception out there. Horizon's coming out with a lot of products now that bind up at 11 milliseconds, and that's great if you have a radio that supports that frame rate. On a lot of their newer DX radio systems, there is no frame rate changing option. It would have been nice to know before I bought this radio, because that probably would have motivated me to go for the more expensive model, Spectrum. But you guys, you know, this is a good radio, but it's almost like you rushed it to market, because there's things with this radio that just weren't thought out or weren't done that would have been no-brainers. And I don't care price point or keeping the cost low. The fact that you have no ability to add a radio pack in the back of the DX6E other than AA's without voiding your warranty is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard in my life. Sorry to say. But otherwise, it's a fantastic radio. I actually jammed my stick today. Let's see, it's back in action again. It's a little stiff there. But it was like before I'd like go over here and just hold there. So I messed with the, actually it was just jammed. So once I adjusted the stick length, it popped right out. And then I was messing with the tensions a little bit. I think I over stiffened this one just a little bit. But it's right back into where it needs to be. So that's good. Try to keep our issues to a minimum. We also got the Fat Shark binocular transformer here with a 5.8 dBi X-Air right-hand circular polarized directional antenna, kind of like a Voss crosshair. And we got an Amway receiver RX 4 cloverleaf omnidirectional antenna. So we kind of get the best of both worlds there. I absolutely love this unit. I am addicted to the binocular viewer. I still have the other version where it sits on top and then uses a series of mirror and optics and transmits the image to you, which is also very large and crisp and clear. But this binocular viewer, the way it splits the image up and gives you this 55-degree field of view, is unlike anything I've ever flown with. And once you do fly with it, good luck trying to fly with something else, because it's garbage. It's really hard to. So, and then I did a DIY do-it-yourself battery cable with the banana plug here on the back, and I have it powered up to a 3-cell drone Venom 3300 milliamp pack, which will power these goggles for like a week straight. Pretty awesome. And then I got my little tactic screen over here. This is what I use as a DVR for all of my flying. It has a card port. You can adjust contrast and brightness and backlight settings. It also has a band scan with it, and for $70, this is just awesome. It gives you an alternate FPV screen. It also has a goggle insert it fits into, and with this Aries cloverleaf antenna up here that is also built for RX, as you see from the sticker, I get really exceptional reception for just a single antenna receiver. So okay, back to the Blade anductrixPro. I have a lot of positive things to say. My one negative is this thing that they put on it. Why are you guys still using these stock battery pins? These are garbage. They're literally only rated for 30 uses. Do your homework on these. After 30 uses, they're really not going to, it's not that they're going to break right after that or stop working, but you're going to get a decrease in its efficiency and current pull, and you know, you're going to wonder why your whoop will only hover a foot off the ground, even though you have a fresh battery on it and the best motors, and this thing should be, you know, doing cartwheels. Well, it's always this. It's always that shitty battery pin. Which is why on my all my other tiny whoops, I have upgraded to what we call the power whoop connector, and you can see the difference. Focus in on it. The difference is massive. This thing doesn't wear out, and it gives the whoop or the drone the power it needs. So you'll notice a huge difference when you swap to those. These batteries are actually the same price or a little bit cheaper than the other batteries, and you just get a much better pin. These particular ones are from Newbie Drone, Nitro Nectar, and I gotta say, Max over at Newbie Drone runs a tight ship, because these products, everything I've gotten from him has been top notch. And his Acro whoops will probably be the closest thing you can get to these anductrixPro. This is your price point on your anductrixPro is so much nicer. This is where I put my money. The upgraded frame, you can see you have these added struts here on the side. Is just, and they used a different ABS plastic. I will tell you that the plastic in this anductrixPro is totally different than the plastic in this frame. It is way more rigid, way more durable, and this thing is almost indestructible. I've been putting it through its paces just this last week I've had it, and this thing would have been shattered from what I've done with it. But this thing is just like getting broken in. It really is nice. So what else can I tell you? You got an FX, can we zoom in that close? There it is. It's a 25 milliwatt. There's your whip antenna, and you also get, along with that, you also get these little protective body on the back that covers the board. You can see that just peels off. You get a blue one and a black one that comes with it. So like if you and a friend are flying, one person puts on that, the other puts on blue, and it'll be easier to, for maybe people watching or whatever, just to identify your drones or whatever. Just you want to have a different color, you do have that option. And basically any of your old, and if any of you have bought the stock Anductrix, not the FPV but the stock Anductrix, that come with the red and blue body, you can take these and clip them, shave them down, and make your own cover for your anductrixPro if you wanted to. So I think that's about it. You know, we got the upgraded 19,000 kV motors, a Betaflight programmable flight controller, a 25 milliwatts camera, all in one, and a different type of plastic, more durable plastic, and it's totally dialed in. Oh yeah, air mode. You have air mode in this. So basically, um, on the middle switch on your flight modes will be acro and air mode. You'll have angle, air mode, and then acro without air mode. And if you're doing any kind of dives or some extreme acrobatics, you're going to want to use that middle switch, air mode switch. And that the props will be spinning all the time, but even at zero throttle, you'll still be able to control the whoop, which is pretty amazing. Because as we all know before, if you drop the throttle all the way to zero, this thing would just go right out of the sky into a pretty bad spin. So that's my review on the anductrixPro. It is, in my opinion, absolutely worth the $119 that these are retailing for. Regular Inductrix was $100, and you still had to go out and change the props, change the motors, and you had a frame that would break within the first week. So for $20 more, you're getting quite a bit more value, in my opinion. And this thing is absolute terror compared to any other whoop you will be doing, just flying circles around them. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching Puppet Master FPV. We will be doing a little more talking about my FPV goggle system, because for $250 I think that is the absolute best thing out there for your money right now. And then I'll give updates on all my equipment and drones, because my Vortex finally had an issue after I don't know how many months I've been flying that thing every day, 8 packs a day usually. But I finally blasted an ESC, which is expected, as I've been mounting a GoPro on top of it, which is not not what it's rated for or whatever. So this cleaning machine comes through and completely drowns me out. I got 2 ESCs ordered from Horizon. Thank God they were still in stock, and those should be here in a day or two, and we'll get the Vortex back up and flying. And then my Blade Torrent is also with Horizon, as we're replacing the ESC board and the faulty screw they gave me. And as soon as we get that back, we'll be tearing it up. So we do have a couple things in the shop, and right now we're just flying a bunch of micros. So keep them flying. Thanks for watching.